What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Pro Shocker, the 96 Hedgehog here with our Sunset Week 2 team builder going against Griffin and the Rhyme City Rhydons. Griffin, unfortunately, loses Week 1 game, but he's hoping to bounce back, and he can probably bounce back against us. Last week, we didn't check it out. We went and defeated Revan pretty dominantly on the back of Reggie Draco, but this is looking to be a very interesting matchup nonetheless. But if you guys are excited, leave a like if you haven't already. Subscribe if you are new. Join the Pro Shocker crew today because you'll be feeling with the king of the crew. So let's go ahead and get into this matchup. So looking at Griffin's team, he has got Tapu Koko, Alolan Raichu, Victini, Scizor, Surfetch, Mega Sharpedo, Amoonguss, Dragapult, Golduck, and Emolga. Now, I don't know how serious he was planning on being with his team because I looked back at his week 1 matchup and he brought Emolga surprisingly. I don't know why he did, but he did. But looking at his team versus mine, it's very interesting. I don't think we see Emolga. I don't think Emolga really does anything good for him this matchup. I don't think we see Golduck. Golduck doesn't really get to do too much this match at all, really. Dragapult could still come, but I mean, I've got 2 Hailmons. I've got a Dark type. I've got a Wigglytuff. Like, I have a lot that can counter Horrible counter Dragapult, but he could still bring it if he feels like it's a necessary thing to bring. I definitely expect Amoonguss. Amoonguss is very, very bit of a problem versus my team, but I do have things to kind of counter Amoonguss in some ways, in shape, or form. But he could still bring it if he really thinks it's that much of a threat versus us. So definitely something to keep in note right there. So looking at his main Pokemon, I think he brings his core of Koko plus Raichu. I think those two really have a great matchup versus me. I do have a few things on my team that kind of stop them, but again, there's so much of my team that can just do so much against them. But I definitely think you're smart brain. I think Victini comes, even though he does bring dual psych, it's a little scary against my team. But I think he still has some options. But I think Victini overall could just be a very big annoyance for my team. Victini just overall is very, very annoying, whether it's choice cover, choice banded. I definitely think Scizor comes. Scizor is pretty good versus my team in the form of priority options. It also is a good defensive defog option if he really needs it to be in this matchup. And stuff like that. I think Surfetch comes. I mean, I got 2 ice Pokemon that are slower than Surfetch. I have a few Pokemon that are slower than Surfetch, and Surfetch has really great priority options and speed. I definitely think Surfetch could be a bit of a problem versus us if it gets the ball rolling. Excuse me. And I definitely think Mega Sharpedo comes. Now, I have looked back and just make sure if everything was right. And yes, turn 1 Mega is not allowed, so basically anyone can mega at whatever point in time they want. So that was a ruling. I made sure I watched this battle to make sure that there was a ruling, and then there's a double ruling on that. So, with the fact that it's turn 1, he has to, I think, he doesn't get to turn 1, but I think on turn 2 he has to, I don't know. But more likely he'll just do it on the first turn, and then he'll do it, because it's probably better to do that for Sharpedo versus anything else. But yeah, so looking at his team, the biggest threats I think are definitely gonna be Coco, Sharpedo, and probably the Surfetch. Raichu's not too threatening, but Raichu is definitely something that have to be in the back of my mind. Scizor is not gonna be really that threatening. I feel like Victini could be a big threat. So if Dragapult and Mungus come, they're there to come, but I do have really good options towards them in that type of situation. But let's go ahead and break down the team we're bringing this week. We're pretty much bringing the exact same set we brought last time against Revan, except we changed it up a little bit. We're bringing Agility 3 attacks this week with Dark Pulse, Thunderbolt, and Sludge Wave. He does not have a ground type, so pretty much T-Bolt spam is really, really good in this matchup. We are running Sludge Wave this week because that way it can hit the Tapu Koko. Dark Pulse hits Victini. It also hits the Raichu. It also hits the Dragapult. Like, there's nothing that really stops Thundurus. There was the option of running Psychic on this set as well for Amoonguss, but looking back at it, Amoonguss can't put me to sleep as long as her Electric Train's up. So if I want to get this thing Electric Train and be able to 2-shot Amoonguss with Sludge Wave, potentially, or get enough turns to where he has to just keep clearing Clear Smog or something on me, then that's really, really good. But again, as long as that terrain's up, he cannot be able to put me to sleep. So that's gonna be something that's very good. And that's another reason why I don't think he wants to bring a Moongus this matchup, because there's a few things on my team that I think he really would want to put to sleep. But I honestly think Thundurus can put in a lot of work this game. We are running 14 HP, 4 in depth, max special attack, and 212 in speed. The 212 in speed will make sure I am faster than Choice Scarf Victini. It's also faster than Raichu under electric terrain. So I do need to get my agility off first. Once I get my agility off, I can pretty much freely click buttons against this team and just start murdering about everything. Also, Psychic was there potentially for the Surfetch, but I think a Thunderbolt pretty much will clean knock that thing out. Up next, making his debut is Crocodile, aka my Crocomite from Down Under. We're running knockoff Earthquake, Darkest Lariat, and Stealth Rock. My dual stab really just kind of cleans house this matchup. I was debating on putting something like Fire Fang on this set, but I felt like Fire Fang wasn't really that necessary in this match. So I didn't really think about it, and honestly, I really did need to put a fighting type move on here as well to handle things like the, what's it? The, Sharpedo. I don't know why I'm blanking on these names. But I felt like we could just go purely offensive. My dual stab just hits about everything for neutral to super effective damage, so didn't really see no reason not to. We're gonna knock off Earthquake, Darkest Lariat, Stealth Rocks, 80 HP, max attack, Adamant, 176 in the speed. We are faster than everything on his team except for Dragapult. Again, if Dragapult comes, Dragapult's not that much of an issue versus me unless it's Hydro Pump Dragapult, but obviously it's alright. Again, if anything's Choice Scarf, we'll know it's Scarf because we're gonna have a little tech idea to do that. But also, if we find out anything outspeeds me, now normally he can, if he brings Victini in on Crocodile right away, that tells me one of two things. That tells me either one, he's Shuka Berry, or two, he's Choice Banded. One of the two. So definitely something to keep note right there. But I think honestly, Crocodile, as we are running Intimidate over Moxie, just because I feel like having Intimidate is really good. Just if we have to sack off Crook, we bring Crook in against the Sharpedo, weaken it down, and then go from there. It's also a really good way to stop any potential set for a physical Coco. It's also really good to stop Scizor. However, if, and I'm pretty sure Griffin's going to be smart about this, if he brings Scrappy, he's going to be smart and he won't get intimidated. But if he doesn't bring Scrappy, then he gets intimidated, which is really good. So definitely something to keep note right there. Up next, we're running Darmanitan, also making his debut this week. We're running pretty much the exact same spread, except we're going to run a little more Volt because of the fact we have a couple speed. And also, sorry for my cat. My cat is just being an idiot. And I don't know why he does the bellow meow. I don't know why. We have U-Turn, Earthquake, Flare Blitz, and Fire Punch. The reason why we're in double fire coverage is pretty smart and it's pretty strong against this man's team. He only has really one resist to fire, and that's really just his Golduck. And Golduck really doesn't want to be taking sheer force hits. Now, the reason why I'm running Fire Punch and Flare Blitz is there if I want to nuke something. Fire Punch is there if I can safely 2-hit KO something and as I'm faster than it. I didn't really see a necessary need to really kind of just go really overpowered. And felt like I could potentially save my Darmanitan if I keep him in the back like that. So I felt like that was a really good option right there. But we're at 96 HP, max attack, adamant, 8 in special defense, and 152 speed. The speed lets me make sure I am faster than everything except Dragapult, which again, everything like that. But other than that, this thing is basically meant to just break and destroy his team really much good. Victini, the only way Victini kind of handles me if it's Choice Guard, because if it's Choice Bandit, excuse me, if he's Choice Bandit, which I really don't think he should be, he doesn't do anything against me. He needs to be Choice Scarf against my team, so that's gonna be something like really that we're gonna take advantage about. Up next, we're bringing Crusade, the Mega Gallade. Pretty much, I believe, running the exact same set we brought against Revan. So we brought 2 mons, bringing the exact same set, except this time, Crusader is bringing a fully exact same set. On pretty much, I think, the exact same... exact same spread. I don't remember. But we're in 80 HP max attack, 176 speed, Jolly Nature, Shadow Sneak, Swords Dance, and Headbutt, Earth, and Drain Punch. Dual Stab pretty much destroys a good portion of his team. We do have Shadow Sneak as it is a way to stop a low and Raichu. It stops Dragapult, and more importantly, it's something that can really just stop his potential set of sweepers from winning the game. We do take at least 1 Dazzling Gleam from Tapu Koko, but if it specs Koko, we drop. But if I get a Swords Dance up, I basically knock out Koko. I 2-hit KO Koko regardless, was in Headbutt. Drain Punch, if I get a Swords Dance up, as long as it's not physically defensive Scizor, I basically knocked that thing out. I'm pretty sure if it's max HP, I think I looked at a max HP area. I think it was. Maybe. If it's max HP, it's probably a chance to kill with +2. But basically, I guarantee you can 2-hit KO. If not KO, Scissor or Drain Punch. I didn't need close combat. Close combat actually would have guaranteed, but I didn't want to risk my defense drops. And plus, recovery is also really good. So this 1v1 is a good couple of things. Again, if I got Sword Dance up and Raichu's in front of me with Terrain or even Dragon Bolt's in there, I have Shadow Sneak for that specific reason, because at +2, Shadow Sneak knocks out Raichu, it knocks out the Dragon Bolt, it just overall knocks out everything on his team. And once his fast hitters are gone, basically Gallade could sweep. So definitely something right there. Now we're bringing some tech this week that I think and pray it works, because I would love this to really pop off. I do expect Regidrago to die in this matchup, so sadly Regidrago, your 12-1 record. Wait, no, your 13-1 record we have with you is sadly going to probably get ruined today. But I don't really think it's going to be really ruined. Dragon Dance, Light Stream, Body Slam, and Dragon Claw. This man does not really like taking Dragon type hits. His only Dragon type resists are Scizor, but at if getting into +1 and then weakness policy, if Scizor just takes about 15 to 20% chip, Scizor dies to Dragon Claw. And that's a resist, guys. Like, that just screams what power like Regidrago has. We are running Body Slam because, again, if I can also just chip down Tapu Koko, then I can basically knock out Tapu Koko with a Body Slam. I just need about 20 or so percent chip on that, and I basically get in the range I need to have a chance to KO it. And that's kind of the whole purpose of Regidrago. In theory, it actually helps Gallade more than it's going to help me more, because with the light screen here, and I'm actually not thinking about it, I almost want to bring dual screens. Dual screens looks really good because he doesn't really have a defog option. Might look into that, actually. Might look into that. But for right now, we'll go with this. But basically, with the set, we are faster than Tapu Koko. Once we get a Dragon and sub, we're already max attack, 18 HP. And I've talked about them. But weakness policy, again, if we can get that to work. Again, I might change this to screens instead of weakness policy. I don't know just yet. But I will let you guys know before the battle starts. And last but not least, also making its debut is Pillow, our Wigglytuff with the Babiri Berry with Frisk, Dazzling Flame for our Psychic and Hyper Voice, 156 HP, 100 special attack, and a max Spadef with the Calm Nature. Basically, this is my Spadef wall in this game. Yeah, I never thought I would say that, but it is. It's my Spadef wall this game. He really doesn't have a good switch into normal type spam, which is really, really good. Dazzling is really, really good against things like Surf Edge and stuff like that. For any kind of shenanigans, stuff like that. I definitely think Wigglytuff actually provides a lot of good. He does have a main switch into Scizor, but against Scizor, doesn't want to take a Flamethrower from a Wigglytuff, because Wigglytuff has actually decently good special attack, and I'm pretty sure a Flamethrower, if it's not Ultra Berry, would knock it out. If it's a max HP variant, it is probably most likely a roll on whether or not it KOs. But I'd be willing to take the roll right there. I do have the Babiri Berry in case he tries to go for the Bullet Punch right there. And that's another reason. Also, we have it there in case the Dragapult is coming and it has the Steel Wing. We can rock Babiri Berry, knock that thing down, or knock it out with a Dazzling Gleam. Dazzling Gleam is also really good because it pressures Surf Edge from switching in on me. It's also a really good move to hit the Sharpedo, and also really helps against Sharpedo if it has Iron Head versus such, which I think is the only move it has to hit us potentially. But obviously, you can go for the liquidation stuff. But still a good thing to have in case he's trying to bring coverage for the team. But that's going to be the team, guys. I think this team actually looks pretty good. Again, the Regidrago set, I might change the screens because, again, the lack of defog on his team could be really good in this type of situation. But that's going to be it for me, guys. Leave a like if you haven't already. Subscribe if you are new. Join the Philoshocker crew today because you'll be feeling with the king of the crew. But until next time, guys, I am Philoshocker in the United States Hedgehog. I will see you guys later. Peace.